Hello and welcome back. Today, the Pokemon card hype cycle continues with these two cards. So the hype's moved on, it seems, from illustration rares, and now we've gone to ETB promos, specifically old ETB promos like these two. So first up we have Moltres, Zapdos and Articuno GX. Now this is probably one of the most unique card artworks in the whole TCG. It's a gorgeous stained glass card featuring the original trio, the three birds. It's a tag team card from the Sun and Moon era, and this was the Hidden Fates ETB promo. So all you had to do to get this card was just open a box. Just buy a box, open a box. Wasn't difficult to get at the time, although Hidden Fates ETBs were a bit difficult to get. But I remember this card being about 20 to 30 Australian dollars for a really long time. Now, at the time of recording, it's about $200 plus on Australian eBay to pick up one of these. Some recent sales around $180, but there's no longer any more listed under $200. So this is, I guess, for the time being, a $200 card. In America on TCG Player, $126 US. We'll get you a copy of this card. Which is crazy for a promo from an ETB that there must be so many of these. I don't know how many Hidden Fates ETBs were printed, but it had several print runs. Very popular set. They printed a lot of Hidden Fates ETBs. But that's that card. Second card here, also an ETB promo, we have the Gold Star Greninja. So this was the Celebrations ETB promo. Again, all you had to do to get a copy of this was to buy a box of Celebrations and open it. Obviously Gold Star, some of the most iconic cards in the whole history of the TCG, have been really popular the last couple of years. Is this a real Gold Star? That's debatable. Some people think it is, some people don't think it is. I don't really have a strong opinion about that. If I was picking up a Gold Star set, I probably wouldn't feel the need to include it. But Greninja, popular Pokemon, of course the shiny variant here because it's Gold Star. And again, a cool card. So this one was like $10 forever. I've had it since I got a ETB when Celebrations released, just sitting around, not really thinking about it much. But right now it's going for $45 on eBay in Australia. On TCG Player in the US, $24, $24 US. We'll get you a copy of this card right now. And that's up significantly because I think for a long time this was like sub $5. And I've seen people who say they have like 200 plus copies of this card. So the question now is, should I sell these? And the answer is probably. I don't think I'm going to, just because I like them. I don't really want to try and time the market, sell when they're up and then pick them up back on later on. It just sounds like you're going to end up missing out on the card potentially, because the chances of this going down, like if you were to buy this card in 6 months, the chance of you paying less than the current price is really high. It must be like 95% chance, but that other 5% chance, it could go up even higher. So I wanted to talk a bit today in the video about why the price is rising. Is it investors buying as many as they can? Is it FOMO? And I think it's both of those things to a certain extent. I think as collectors buy them, investors buy them, the price starts going up, people start getting worried they're going to miss out. I think another factor is the exposure effect, which basically is that the more you see and interact with something, the more you come to appreciate it, which is happening to me right now as I look at this card. I never really liked this card. I thought it was a bit awkward the way the stained glass was. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but more and more I find myself enjoying it, enjoying having it in my collection. So I think often the exposure effect, people, when they see a $20 card, they think, oh, I'm not that interested in it. When they see it everywhere for like months and months, like I've seen people posting about this card for like 3 months now, and then they start to value it more and more and more. They start to want it for themselves, and then they end up buying it for $200 instead of $20. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, because these hype cycles keep happening, they keep being, it's sort of one card after the next going up. We've seen Megas go up recently. Before that it was the Team Rocket cards, before the Team Rocket set. We saw illustration rares spiking earlier in the year, like the Drowsy in particular, the Magikarp. And it got me thinking about what could be next. What's the next card or set of cards that could see a big appreciation in price? And I was thinking maybe with Legend Z coming out later this year, possibly because that set is set in Kalos in the 6th generation Pokemon. Maybe some of those, like perhaps the Evoltile and Xerneas from XY base set could see some appreciation. I was thinking possibly Rainbows. Just things that haven't been getting attention at all for a long time. Rainbows, they were hyped when they came out. For years and years they were part of the TCG until people sort of stopped appreciating them. Then with the start of Scarlet and Violet, they discontinued them. And I think it's possible that they'll get their period of appreciation again. So for instance, right now you can pick up the Burning Shadows Charizard Rainbow for about $450 on Australian eBay. And that card, for the probably from it when it released till about 2020, 2021 when Old Hearts came out, was the hype modern card, which is crazy because it's kind of forgotten now. When you think about the price that a Moonbryon is going for, the Burning Shadows Charizard at $450 is crazy considering how much people wanted that card and chased that card when it came out. And then finally I was thinking about Wizards of the Coast Vintage. And there has been some vintage cards going up in price recently, like some base set stuff. Gold Stars obviously, like this one are hot. But I think a really forgotten era right now is the Neo era. So you have those 4 sets of the Neo era. I haven't heard anyone talking about them for ages. And I think some of them in particular, the holos you can get for still a pretty good price. Like I was looking on eBay and I saw the Neo Discovery Espeon. You can pick up a copy for $225 and it was moderately played, but I still think that's a good price for an iconic Pokemon, a beautiful card from a really old set. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have these cards? Do you not have them and wish you had them? What do you think will be going up in price in the future? And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.